Hi, it's Stu from Project Marlin. Now, before anyone gets upset, it's not about the Marlin, this video. Make that perfectly clear. But as you can see, I'm not in the yard. We're somewhere a bit different today. So I'm actually on my driveway today, and you can see an old friend. This is my Land Rover. It's appeared in some of the Project Marlin videos in the background, and in fact some of the early videos I was actually working in the back of it. I thought it was a bit of a good time to just give you a very short video just to look around it, because unfortunately within a week of this video going live it's going to be on eBay, I'm afraid, because needs must. Financially we need a bit of money at the moment, and hopefully the Land Rover will get some, and it's been off the road since February. Now my plan in February, when the MOT ran out, was to, once the workshop was sorted out, get it into the workshop, take the body panels off, sort out a little bit of rust that's in the bulkhead, paint the chassis, paint the bodywork, put it all back on and just tidy up the interior. And I was hoping then to just run it as a second vehicle, because this thing's been my daily driver for about 5 years, and in fact it's quite sentimental, because it's because of this that I met my partner, Joe. So I really don't want to get rid of it, but again, like needs must, I've got the van, Joe's got her car, we don't need a third vehicle at the moment, and I certainly don't need another project with the Marlin and some work on Jim and Saliki to do, as well as my other work. Without further ado, we'll just have a bit of a walk around the outside of it. I'll tell you a bit about the spec of it. So there's not a whole lot of room on my drive, so it's going to be difficult to get some decent shots. So we have a 1986 Land Rover 110. It's not standard, as I'm sure you can see. We'll go back round this way. I'll walk up the side of the van, hopefully get out of this wind. This was built as a van-bodied V8. There we go. So 3.5 litre petrol. Well, have a look down this side. Yeah, you can see a hole in the bodywork there where it had a side exit exhaust for a little while, but now we've got a slightly bigger than normal but standard looking exhaust on the back. So yeah, standard 3.5 litre Rover V8 based on the Oldsmobile, I think it was, or Buick engine. It's got an LT85 Santana box in it. It's the older webbed heavy duty box, and it's got self-leveling suspension on the back, which is unusual. You see the back windows are, hang on, if I just move you around a bit, you see the back windows are quite small and funny shape, because they're a dealer fit thing. They didn't come out of the factory with those, I don't think. So, but I've messed with it. I mess with everything. So it's got LED LED indicators, LED side lights, LED tail lights, reverse and fog light, and rear number plate light is LED. Headlights are clear glass. It's got the Defender XD wheels on it, which are affectionately known as a Wolf wheel, because it's the same as the military Wolf Land Rovers run. We've got Series 3 style doors. This one, some of the early Defenders had these style doors on. This one missed out on them by probably 12 months. The old doors were rotten, falling apart, the metalwork had broken up on the inside, and it was actually cheaper to replace them with this style, which I prefer. But yeah, as you see, I haven't got around to painting them. So well, so we just put a new windscreen in it, because the windscreen is broken. Again, like I said, the MOT ran out in February, but we've literally just re-MOT'd it last week, and put a new windscreen in. Took it for the MOT, it failed on the fog light not working. Front indicators weren't flashing orange because they were clear glass, but the LEDs had gone sort of a peach colour, which was a bit strange. We stuck some new orange LEDs on. and it failed on the emissions, so we just adjusted the carburettor. I say carburettor, if you know anything about 3.5 litre Land Rovers, you will know that as standard they run twin SU carburettors, and I think now we'll talk about under the bonnet. So that doesn't look like twin SUs. In fact, there's a Weber, Edelbrock, whichever you want to call it, 500 4 branch. What am I talking about? 4 barrel carburettor under there, and that's because that's not a 3.5. That's actually a later 4.6 Range Rover engine. It's got a 3.5 timing case on it, and so it can run on distributor. It's got Hedman 4 branch manifolds on either side. Like I said, the exhaust is all custom stainless. Oh, that pipe's popped off. I'll put that back on in a second. So it's actually a RPI built 4.6, and it's their Stage 3 Ultimate. I don't know what the power is, but compared to the 3.5, it goes like stink, and it can get you into trouble far quicker than get you out of trouble. It's quite a lot of fun. Now, it's got a standard radiator. It did have, and I do have, a Ali competition radiator for it. Took it out to get it recored. That's got twin electric fans on it, but I haven't put it back in. Just haven't got round to it. Let's see, in the 5 years I've owned it, I've put this engine in, put a rebuilt gearbox in. It's got a transfer box with the 1:2 or 2:1 ratio, I think it's the Discovery ratio. It's also got sleeve casing, solid cross pin, done master cylinder and the servo, done clutch cylinder, master cylinder, slave cylinder has been done on it. Obviously, here's the Wolf wheels. You can see, I don't know actually, oh yeah, so we've got heavy duty Cellar Dynamics shockers, heavy duty strut tower, heavy duty springs down there, got heavy duty steering rod, heavy duty steering damper with steering guard. I've changed wheel bearings, I've changed the oh dear, yeah, prop shafts, wheel bearings. It's had complete new brakes, so discs, pads, calipers on the front. On the back it's had new shoes, new drums, new wheel bearings, new back plates. Oh, I've also done the swivels and the CV joints. It's got, I don't know if you can see it under there, probably not. On the back of the handbrake there, it's got a disc brake conversion on the handbrake. It's poly bushed all around, apart from the rear anti-roll bar where I couldn't find the right bushes for it. There's poly bushes. A new fuel tank, new fuel pump. Obviously it's got this competition style steering wheel on it. We've got a rev counter in the dash, which it didn't originally have, and a digital clock that's a load of rubbish that it didn't originally have. Quite tatty inside, seats need doing, the radio needs reconnecting. In the back it's a van body, so nothing really exciting, but it does have bench seat in there. I'm trying to think what else I've done to it. I've done loads to this thing, but she's going to have to go. It's been a great workhorse for me since I've had it. I've had some absolutely great fun in it. I've surprised a few people off the traffic lights. It's been fantastic fun. So it's been a rolling project for me. I bought it, it was on the road with a 3.5 in. The 3.5's quite tired, so I put the 4.6 in it. I mean that cost about 7,000 on its own just for the engine. It was a long engine, so I had to strip parts off the 3.5. So the sump timing case, the rocker covers, and a few other bits and pieces came off of the 3.5 engine. Put a rebuilt gearbox in it, just because I was changing the transfer box to a higher ratio to keep RPM down on the motorway. I thought, well, while I'm doing the transfer box and the engine, and the clutch, we may as well do the gearbox as well. But like I said, it's going on eBay, and when it goes on eBay, the original long block 3.5 will go with it. The original gearbox and transfer box will go with it. The few bits of ancillaries I've got for it will go with it, like the air filter and all the pipe work that go with the 3.5 engine that I've still got that hadn't broken up will go with it. The alley radiator will go with it. I mean, that was 800 and something quid on its own, plus it's been recored, which costs money. I've got the original wheels for it, they'll go with it as well. I've got the original steering wheel, should anyone want it, to go with it. And yeah, so it's been off the road for a while. I'm talking about this and I don't want to sell it. It's got to go. It's got to go. It's taking space up on my drive. Even if it was taxed and insured, I wouldn't be using it because the van's more comfortable, it's warmer, the heater's better, I can carry stuff easier in the van. It's not as much fun as this thing. This thing's just, it's horrible to drive and it's also awesome to drive. I mean, the gear shift on it, look at this. Right. Can you see my, yeah, first, second, nice notchy clunky gearbox. The knob's fallen off the high-low, so push that back on. High-low diff light, that's alright. So she's a noisy old girl. It's really, these LT85s, they're not quiet gearboxes. She makes loads of transmission noise. Got plenty of tyre noise, plenty of engine noise, and when you give it death, it's, oh, that carburetor sounds awesome. So I think I'll show you it running, and then we'll probably wrap this video up because there's not much more to show you. Right, so you should still be on my radio mic, hopefully, so you'll hear what I hear rather than what the camera hears. This is cold, it's not been started today, in fact it's not been started this week. So my usual way of cold starting this, let's see if it works. 3 pumps of throttle. In fact, I'll turn the fuel pump on. Let me see what happens. Stroke out a little bit. No, okay. Let's try that, 3 pumps of throttle. Oh, I love this thing. Oh, I absolutely love it. Oh. Got sod or fuel, chokes out a bit, we're idling at just over 1,000 RPM. It's a little bit tappy, but it's always, ever since this engine's gone in, it's always been a little bit tappy when it first starts up. I maybe should have spoken to RPI about it, but I didn't. That's my fault, not theirs. But it's never got any worse. It's never been any different, so I'm not too worried about it. Right, it's warming up quite quickly, so push that down. Just walk around the back so you can hear it from the back. I mean, oh, I love that sound. Driving it down the road with something big in the back and the back door open, it's great. There you go. So this is about where it normally idles. It doesn't sound quite so good there, but it still sounds nice. I'm going to get told off for this because I'm going to rev it without letting it warm up, because I haven't got much fuel in it and we're not going to drive it anywhere, and I won't leave it idling on it. It will drive too long to annoy the neighbours. I just absolutely love that. Right. So that's it. That's my Land Rover. It's probably had 20,000 spent on it in the last 5 years, not including buying it. It's not been entered into trying to make a profit. It's been entered into of trying to build the vehicle I want over time. We're nearly there. Lots of interior doing and a bit of paintwork doing, but I won't be doing that. But it will be a nice easy project for somebody else. I mean, the MOT tester said it was one of the best chassis he's seen in a long time. It has had an outrigger on it, it's had a rear cross member, it's had a patch on, an outrigger on this side. Only real rust that needs sorting on it is, I didn't show it to you actually, but it's the door pillar on this side, but it's not near the hinges. So it's mostly cosmetic. But if you're watching this video when it first comes out, if you keep your eyes on eBay over the next week or so, you might spot it. Yeah, I'll be really sad to see it go. Really sad. But anyway, that's enough of that. If you've enjoyed this video, please click like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you want notifications when we upload a new video, please ring that bell icon. If you've got any comments about the Land Rover or anything else on this channel, stick it down below in the comment section, and we'll have a look and we'll try and reply to you. And that's about it really. Fairly short one today, I hope. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot.